the Newman Studies Program is really designed to strengthen the skills that you are able to bring to your future employers and to the marketplace. It's designed to help you work in an environment where there's a variety of different people, to learn from people who are not in your major so that you can learn different kinds of thinking and different ways of approaching a problem, and then so that you can communicate your ideas and your solutions to other people who may not be familiar with your own professional language or your own field of expertise.
We're far from the only university to embrace the idea of a general education, but we have tried to do some things to make it distinctive, and probably the biggest differentiating factor is our capstone courses. At a lot of universities and colleges, your general education courses are done by the end of your second year, and you really don't get the opportunity to bring your knowledge that is based on your discipline into your general education.
At the moment where you've thought most about your major, it brings you out of your major to work again with a wide variety of people, so you can bring the skill set you've been developing in your sophomore year or in your junior year, and you can bring that to bear on broad problems with a wide variety of people.
So it may be nursing students with business majors, with students who are preparing for pre-med, as well as a history major and an art major. And so oftentimes the professors will have the students working in groups, and they'll have to learn how to collaborate. They may come at a problem from different perspectives, but they also realize that they're bringing different strengths. So as they work together, they work to work out their differences and learn how to do that, which is a very important skill. And they also learn how to make progress on difficult challenges or different problems. And so that's great training for the workplace, where they may be representing the marketing department, but they're going to have to talk to the sales team or the research and design team about that product and convey how they can work together to create the best product for that organization.
You can get trained for a specific career. You can be turned into a cog in the machine about anywhere. I think what makes Newman unique is that we try to prepare leaders. Part of our mission is to transform society. And you can't transform society if all you know how to do is complete a task. You have to know a little bit about the society that you live in.
We know that part of leadership is being vulnerable. And it's asking yourself, and I will use something from the Kansas Leadership Center, about what is my part of the mess? And it takes a lot of vulnerability, and it takes a lot of inner work to know what is my position, what are my values, what am I willing to stand up for, who am I willing to stand up for, and can I do this in an honest, authentic, and transparent way?
What I always say to students is that you are not getting a major. You are getting skills. You're building a portfolio of skills and knowledge that's portable, that goes with you, that you can take to whatever job or profession or field you want to get. And 2 years down the road, nobody's going to care what your major was. They're going to care what you can do. And so you need to pick a school that's going to very intentionally help you develop skills and passions and areas of knowledge.
We know that people who have aid people with good soft skills, they have to be able to communicate. They have to be able to connect to the people in their organization. One
of the really unique things about the NSP is that these classes at the upper levels are team taught, right? And so you get to sit in a class with a professor of English and a professor of history. And that may sound minor. It may sound like, well, you have two people lecturing every other day, and sometimes that's true. But what's really important for that is that they will give you a model for how to disagree in public. And this is a really essential ability in your personal and professional lives. How to disagree with somebody respectfully, but persuasively. How to say, I understand why you would say that, but this is why I think I'm right. And that's what happens in these classes, is that you have two professionals who are passionate about their field, who are going to disagree.
And that type of dialogue that we want to help our students be able to have, they get to witness it as it is role modeled. How do you take opposing different views or different ideas and find commonality and make progress and tackle tough issues and debate issues of value, and the students get to watch that.
This is something that is ambitious and is a place where good teachers, and we have very good teachers here, can become better teachers, and we have. As a faculty, I think maybe a quarter to a third of us have now team taught. That is an incredible number for faculty at a school of this size and of this standing. This is not a big university. We're not a named school, but we're doing some pretty impressive things here.
All of this comes out of a book by Cardinal Newman called The Idea of the University that was written in the 19th century. It's an old book, but the ideas are still very, very relevant. And we're trying to be true to his vision. Instead of just being named after him, but actually try and do a university the way he would want to do a university. And this is tied to our Catholic identity, of course. So part of being a Catholic university doesn't just mean that we have courses on Catholic theology, but that we actually approach all knowledge, all truth, from this interdisciplinary perspective, where we're trying to look at all of this as parts of a whole.